Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monday. Just a shout out to the people at Christiana that I saw Friday and Saturday. It was good to visit the team. Hope you're doing well. You guys look like things are going okay. Um, anyway, I've got to get on the road because I'm taking the ladies in the church van. So positive thinking. You can't pour from an empty glass. When you feel like you are running on empty, you are. Trust that and take a step back. Rest, heal, collect yourself. Then reconnect. Only after you have refilled yourself will you be ready to dive back in and take over the world. That sounds familiar. I think I read that last week. Okay. You deserve to. The world is wondrous. This big old crazy world is a wondrous place. Live as if you've got minutes left to admire it all. Expect beauty, savor it, the light, the colors, humor, and the full spectrum of the human experience. This is what it means to live, to allow yourself to truly be in the world. Soak it in. There is no more extraordinary experience than exploring the world's wonder and truly living life in full color. Okay. All right, everybody. Daily text. Let's see what we got here for the Monday after the fifth Sunday of Easter. Blessed be the Lord who daily bears us up. God is our salvation. Psalm 68:19. Okay. It's easy to get into a personal rut of where's God, why isn't fill in the blank, okay? But the reality is that regardless of how we feel, God is faithful. And we are His. And we rejoice over that. Okay? When do we need to do that? Especially on the days where we doubt it. It's kind of like, well, I don't feel like God's there listening, reaching out, whatever. And that's the very time frame when you need to say, okay, I'm going to act as if God is there, listening, following, loving you. Okay. Matthew 11:28. Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." Okay, how do I know when I've overextended? Because I start whining like a little kid who needs a nap. That happened to me Saturday. Kind of public, very embarrassing looking back on it. At least I was self aware enough to say, I'm sorry, I sound like I'm whining and having a hissy fit, which is exactly what I was doing. Why? Because I was uncomfortable. I was tired. I didn't feel like battling the dragons. I just wanted to go home. And the problem is that instead of listening and doing what was being said to me physically, mentally, and emotionally, I stupidly sat there longer than I should have. Anyway. Okay. Okay. Hmm. All right, success. Commit your actions to the Lord and your plans will succeed. Proverbs 16:3. During my senior year in high school, my classmates voted me most likely to succeed. The title usually went to the boy and girl who others believed would do well in life, the ones who would make a name for themselves, earn lots of money, and enjoy an illustrious career. I've achieved neither great fame nor fortune. Maybe my classmates will ask for a recount. Well, I've had goals. I can honestly say that I've never had a master plan. I just take life step by step and make the most of the opportunities that come my way. For me, true success is obeying God's voice, having love and peace, helping others, and appreciating the blessing of family, friends, and good health. As my octogenarian mom often says, what else is there? Dear Lord, help me to keep my eyes on you and guide me in your path of success. Amen. This is a lesson that I need to constantly relearn almost every day. God's version of success is not the world's version of success. God's version of success is being in the spot where He has placed you to thrive and utilize your gifts to the maximum. To the world, that may look like abject failure. It may even feel like abject failure. But what's more important? Dressing up in fancy clothes and going to an awards dinner and getting a hunk of something that is going to just gather dust? Or knowing that people are blessed because of you and your actions? That kind of needed to be driven home to me this past weekend. And I have to relearn that almost on a daily basis. Okay. Just because I think something isn't going right doesn't mean, you know, whatever. All right. I got to pray. I got to go. The ladies are going to be wondering where I'm at, so I need to hit the bricks. Saving God, thank you for giving me strength when I have none. When mistakenly I think it's all up to me, you take the load off my back. You lift me to see the way ahead and brighten my task. Called forward, I am unburdened and free. Today, with a thankful heart, let me lend my back to another's burdens. Amen. All right, folks. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see some of you shortly.